Hey Fasties, and if you're a newbie, welcome. My name is Reese, and this is the Fast Track to Health, where we use fasting to lose weight, to become healthy, and to maintain. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Ozempic versus fasting. Accountability is one of the key things you need in your weight loss journey to help you succeed. And so, I had an accountability partner, and we were on our weight loss journey together. Both of us ended up falling off. She gained majority of her weight back, and as I jumped back on the wagon, of course I'm like, come on, let's do this thing together. And I was using fasting as my main tool for weight loss. She struggled with fasting, so I was trying to slowly introduce her into intermittent fasting, and she started doing 2-a-days, which was working for her in the beginning, but then she slowly started to creep back up in the scale. And so I'm thinking, it was portion control issue. Nevertheless, she was seeing me continuously lose weight. And then she had another friend who was losing weight as well. This friend was using Ozempic. While on Ozempic, within the span of 1 month, she went from a size 17 to an 11. Simultaneously, I was fasting during that same month. And I started at 186 pounds and I ended the month at 166 pounds. So I'm going to guesstimate that we were trending about the same results. Now, because my accountability partner was struggling with the intermittent fasting, she like, ain't no way I'm about to do an extended water fast or a rolling water fast. So Ozempic started to look real appealing. And that prompted the idea of me to search more about what it is that Ozempic is really doing and why someone should choose fasting over Ozempic. So obviously I am not an expert on Ozempic, but what I do know is that it has become popularized in the weight loss world, and I've been hearing the name pop up in pop culture, which I'm not too familiar with, but I've heard that celebrities are using it and dropping weight really, really fast. From the research that I did, Ozempic was originally a diabetes drug that was helping with regulating insulin, and the side effect, weight loss, was just a happenstance. Ozempic really decreased the appetite, and the main cause of that was because it slows down digestion, so you are able to feel fuller for longer. So technically, it's no secret sauce to Ozempic. It is just the old adage, calorie in versus calorie out, and you are in a calorie deficit because you are not as hungry, you have a lower appetite, and you are consuming less calories. Therefore, you drop weight. Now, you juxtapose that against fasting, and what are you doing when you're fasting? You're in a calorie deficit, you are bringing in less calories in your body, but you're not putting a foreign substance or chemical inside of you that you don't need to regulate your insulin. You aren't slowing down your digestion, you are improving your gut health. There's so many added benefits that come along with fasting, especially when you get into prolonged fasting, when you're improving your gut health, fat burning, brain cleaning, reducing inflammation, autophagy setting in, being able to restore and clean up bad cells. It's just so many more added benefits that come along with fasting versus Ozempic. So can you get the same results on the outside? Yes, but internally, what's going on? There's been anecdotal stories about leaky gut and just a lot of digestive issues, and it just makes sense to me because, of course, if something is slowing down digestion and you messing with, your gut and your small intestines, why wouldn't stuff go haywire? And then also, what's the plan afterwards, the maintenance plan? Like, when do you go off, and what happens when you come off of Ozempic? Do you have to be on Ozempic prolonged? Whereas versus fasting, you could continue to fast the rest of your life. It's natural and it's healthy. But also, if you come off of fasting and you don't continue with some type of better routines or new routines or new and different habits, you'll go right back to where you started from. It happened to me. So that's just one of the things I think about. I would hate for someone to start Ozempic and not being forward thinking, and then are on it for a prolonged period of time, don't know what to do, are afraid to come off, are on this drug for years, and you don't really know, the side effects of what this drug can do in the long run. And this is not a video to slam Ozempic, or to judge anyone who's taking that route or taking that path. Everybody got to make their decisions on what they want to do for their health on their own. But eventually, when you think about and you weigh the pros and the cons of a thing, you should err towards the side of what's going to give you a longer, what's going to be able to stick with you, and what's going to be able to give you longevity. And to me, it's fasting. So one of the things when I was having this conversation with my accountability partner that she pointed out was like, okay, yes, fasting does the same thing, but I'm starving when I fast. I feel like I'm starving, whereas Ozempic would give me the illusion that, I'm full and I'm not hungry and I'm gonna be okay. And so one, that's a mental thing that I was trying to tell her. You just got to become mentally tough. But also, one of the things I highly benefit from when I'm fasting is a shrunken stomach. My eyes are usually always bigger than my stomach once I start getting in the groove of fasting. So I'm not able to eat as big of portions as I was used to consuming. And then also you're able to train your body on what type of foods to eat, and start eating more satiating foods and not quick, super refined, packaged goods. And then you'll start to feel full way longer. There's plenty of times on my eat days, on my refeed days, where I plan these big meals, or I write out this list of all the stuff I was craving on my fast days, and then I eat one meal, I eat breakfast, and I'm hungry for 4 or 5 hours, and then I eat something else and I'm hungry for another 4 or 5 hours, and I might be able to squeeze some fruit in by the end of the night, but I'm never able to eat as much as I think that I want on my fast days. It's all in my mind, and my stomach has shrunk over the time period of me fasting. And I feel like that's one of the side effects of fasting that you won't really get to experience unless you test it and you've been fasting for a while and you get past those initial detox symptoms. So it's hard for somebody to believe that you can actually turn the corner and, fasting can become easy or a part of your life. I won't ever say that fasting is easy, especially just there's so many aspects to food. It's the social aspect of sitting down and eating a meal with somebody else. It's your mental has to be strong, and then however it affects your body physically. So I'm not going to just dismiss it, but there is a discipline that comes along with it, and it does become easier as you continue to walk down the path of water fasting or rolling fast, as I'm doing now. So I'm not going to go on a tangent and make this video super long. I just wanted to point out that I know that the rise of Ozempic is in the air, and with January, being here, it's the end of January, but a lot of people made goals January 1st, and they said that they wanted to take their health under control this year. And either they started and then they fell off the wagon already, towards the end of the month, and now they grasping for straws, what can I do? I need to make sure I stick it to my goals. And they might be considering something like Ozempic. So if you come across this video today and you on the fence about Ozempic versus fasting, and you haven't tried fasting yet, or you have tried fasting, but if you be honest with yourself, you know that you weren't super dedicated and disciplined during your fasting protocol, or when you came off of it, you went right back to your old habits. Give fasting a try before you go down that route. And like I said, this is a no judgment zone. So if you have gone that route, make sure in the comment section below you give us some stories to let us know, did it work for you? Did it not work for you? Did you have some side effects that we don't know about? Because this is fairly new. It has not been studied for a prolonged period for weight loss. It's been studied as a diabetic drug. So I just want to throw out a warning or a yellow caution sign that, you know, make sure you do more research before you make that decision. Even if you decide to fast, make sure you do more research on fasting, because I'm not an expert on that as well. And I know there's plenty of channels out there that can explain the benefits of fasting way better than I can. I'm just here as an accountability partner, as y'all friend, as a fellow fastie on the fast track to health, y'all, because this helps me stay accountable, and I enjoy tuning in and sharing what's inside my head with you. So thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe to this channel so you can get more videos like this. I'm continuing my journey. I'm doing an update on my stomach and the shrinking of that and my weigh-in. So make sure you subscribe to this channel so you can get an update when that video comes out.